Right guys, so it's been a little while since the last video and I'm outside NAS training centre, and today we're going to do 7 by a mile with a 6 minute 30 turnaround. So if I do it in 5 minutes 20, I'll get 70 seconds rest. The plan is to start off around 5 minutes 20 pace. If I'm feeling good, I'll try and pick it up a little bit quicker. If I'm not, then I'll just try and hold that pace and just bank 7 miles worth, or if you're in kilometres, 11.2 kilometres of solid efforts. Unfortunately, I'm flying solo. Lucy and Reese, obviously, as you know, they went back a while ago. Then Sam was the latest casualty. Sam and Hannah went back about just over a week ago. And then there's Mikel, who I was training with, and he went back 3 days ago. And I'm starting to wonder, there could be a trend here that people who spend time with me, they end up getting really annoyed and they fly back early. For instance, my sisters, they spent a lot of time with me. One's in Sydney at the other side of the world, one's in Canada at the other side of the world. So if anyone wants someone to head off to the other side of the world, send them training with me for 3 weeks, and before you know it, they'll be gone. Anyway, let's crack on with the session, and hopefully I'll hit some good times and you'll enjoy what we film. So over here you get escorted in. So we've got our 2 little chauffeurs here. Say hi, boys. They're just escorting us now to the track.
We'll go for temperature, then we'll go for track, okay?
Yeah, got to get it. So when you come here, you have to get a temperature check to make sure your temperature's all good. So if you're showing signs of COVID, then you get a red light and back out you go. If your temperature's all right, then you're allowed in to train. Also, you have to do a COVID test every week here, so it's really good knowing that like everyone that's training here is safe with COVID. That's one of the perks of it. As well as doing the track session afterwards, I'm going to show you the recovery stuff what I do after a big session. Like, the recovery facilities here are absolutely incredible, and I think that's one of the reasons why I've been able to do a lot more training than what I've previously done. All right, so we're down at the track, just going to do a 2 mile run, easy 3k warm up, and then I'll do some stretches and then a few strides, probably 6 strides, where you accelerate through for like 80 to 100 meters, wait 30 to 45 seconds, and then obviously do the next one. So I'll do that 6 times and then I'll be ready to go. And then it's literally just crack on 7 times a mile. It's not going to be pretty. To be honest, doing this solo is a really grim session, but just looking forward to just getting it done, really. That's literally it, just hitting the numbers. It doesn't have to be anything impressive, hopefully it won't be bad, but just getting this session done, putting it behind you, and moving on to the next one. So since Sam's headed back to train with Harry Palmer, I'm left to my own devices on the track session. So yeah, Sam, how does training with Harry stack up? Let me know. So that's the jog warm up done. Legs feel all right. I think the key to this session is going to be the heat. If the heat doesn't affect me too much, I think it won't be too hard to hit the paces. If I struggle in the heat, which towards the end of the session is going to be getting on towards 10 AM, but it's really humid here for some reason. Like, I thought Dubai would always be really hot and dry heat, but I mean, it must be 60-70% humidity, something like that. You know, I'm sweating already. It's only like 20 degrees. So yeah, if I master the heat, I'll hit good times. If I struggle in the heat, I won't. But it's good training for Texas, for Ironman Texas, because from my experience of doing that race, you can get hot and humid conditions as well. So perfect, really. And in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to be too hot. It's probably only going to be 25 degrees by the end of it, although the humidity is going to be quite high. So not too much that it's going to take a lot out of me and take me ages to recover, but enough that you get some training stimulus for training in the heat and what you might expect on race day come Texas. So like 80 meters roughly, picking it up. Yeah, roughly around 80. I just do it by time, 10 to 15 seconds, but quicker than race pace. So then when you do the efforts, you start off and you're like, oh, this feels easy, you know, instead of obviously you've just been doing the warm-up at 4-minute K pace and then suddenly picking up to 3 minutes 20 or 3 minutes 10, you're like, oh shit, this is a shock to the system. So by doing these, once you start, it feels like, oh, actually this is quite slow and you're holding yourself back a bit, which is what you want at the start of the session. And then obviously by the end, the effort's catching up with you and then you're finding it hard, but you want the first few reps to go as easy as possible. Proper track runners would be having a fit, wouldn't they, that I'm like making a separate start-finish bit on here. But it's basically so the guy that's going to time me can hide under the shade when I'm not coming around. So when I get round here, this is where I'll like start and stop. So basically, just give the split each lap, like. So like it gives the continuous time. So it might be like 1 minute 10, 1 minute 20, you know, something like that, and then 2 minutes something, 3 minutes something, and then at the end of the fourth time I'll be stopping. I'm gonna do 7 of them, okay. And then I can time the rest in between. Target is 1 minute 20s. So hopefully I'll be coming round in like 79, 80 seconds, 2 minutes 39, 2 minutes 40, you know, just under 4 minutes for the 3 laps, and then 5:20 for the 4th. You ready? Okay. So 3, 2, 1, go. 35 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. 58. I just want to give you an idea of how hot or how much I'm sweating. I took this 2 reps off 2 reps ago, so it's been laying in the sun for like 13, 14 minutes, and that's what was on it. Literally, just from 10 minutes of effort. Oh, it feels good. The good thing about doing these videos is when you say what time you're going for, you put the pressure on yourself because you don't want to look shit, do you? Yeah, like I'd love to take it a bit easier, because I know what's going online. It kind of keeps you honest. It's almost like having a training partner push the pace. I think that's why everyone picks the hard sessions to do it, so it makes them honest, you know. What's your name?
Yeah, Ranjan.
London.
No, Ranjan. Ranjan.
Ranjan.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Come on then. Last rep. 5 seconds. We want to hit 80 seconds a lap. That's the target. 2, 1. Oh. Finished for 5:06. Pretty good. Oh. Please, that's done. A couple of minutes, and then easy jog, and then get in the recovery spa and help the muscles recover. Oh, not bad. Quicker than target pace. Alright guys, so track session's done, cool down's done. I'm now going to go to the health centre and do my recovery stuff. Unfortunately Sharif's not allowed in there because they're pretty protective on who goes in, so I've got the GoPro myself and I'm going to film my recovery strategy, what I do. Got a recovery shake first, which which I have like straight away after the session to get the protein in and some carbs, and now I'll show you what I do to get the body feeling better for the next session. Alright guys, so just got in from the track session. We're now in the health centre and I'm going to go in the cold bath. It's 10 or 11 degrees and I'll just submerge my legs, and I find this makes a massive difference. Really good to do straight after the run. Normally you wouldn't do it at home because by the time you've got back, ran the bath, put the ice cubes in, it takes ages. Whereas this, I'm literally 5 minutes after finishing my run session, straight away starting the recovery process. 10 degrees, and I'll try and stay in here for 4 or 5 minutes. And then I'll go in there with the magnesium bar. It's a float tank, got all the nice like salts and everything like that. And that I find super relaxing, and that really helps your recovery as well. So I'll go in here, then I'll go in there, then I'll jump in the hot one just to get all the salts and everything off, because it's so salty that it stings your eyes and you really feel it on yourself. And then I'll go in the cryotherapy chamber afterwards, and then that'll be it. Basically, that's the recovery process. Get a decent breakfast in after that. Okay, so just been in the ice bath for 5 minutes now. Legs feel absolutely freezing. Now about to go into the magnesium salt tank. I normally do 15 minutes in here. So you just put this around your head like that, and you literally just float around with some relaxing music on. This is like so nice, like really helps your legs and muscles, but also super relaxing once you've done a hard session. Right, so just got out of here. Just going to jump back in the cold one again, and then I'm going to go in the sauna for 4 or 5 minutes just to finish off, well, almost finish off. Then I'll get in the shower, get changed, and then go in the cryo tank, and then that's it. That's the recovery session done. So now just get all the salts and magnesium off. Now into the sauna. I'll do about 5 minutes in here. Alright, so sauna's done. Now it's just time to get a quick shower, get changed, and then we go into the cryo chamber, which is just behind me there. Can't see it at the moment, but after I get changed, we'll get it unlocked and we'll talk you through it. Alright, so quick shower and change your shorts. I probably don't have to explain to you why I need to change shorts, because I'm going into a minus 110, so I'll leave it to your imagination why it's not a good idea to go in there with wet clothing on, especially shorts. Anyway, now about to head in and we'll show you what it's like. And then give us a little talk, talk us through what it is. There you go. As you can see, it's got 3 different rooms. There's one there, and one there. And from the temperatures, you can see that the first one, which you go in, minus 15, you're probably staying there for about 20 seconds. Then you go to minus 60 for about 20 seconds. And then you finish in the final one, which is a minus 110 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. And the aim is to stay in there for 3 minutes, isn't it? The record's 5, isn't it? But they reckon that there's no benefit, is there, to staying over 3 minutes. And this is what it looks like inside. I'm going to get him to film me while I'm in there.
Sure.
That might not last. Yeah, so you might be wondering what the benefits are, apart from freezing your tits off. But what I found is it really helps you sleep, and that's what a lot of people say about going in here, is that you just sleep really well afterwards, and then because you're sleeping a lot better and you're getting more quality sleep, you just recover a lot better. All the other stuff I've done, like the cold baths and magnesium, it really helps your muscles. Like my legs feel absolutely fine now after doing that track session. I mean, it feels like you could probably do it again. I mean, you probably couldn't if you tried, but that's what they feel like. And then this is like the final bit what tops it off, because you'll just sleep really well tonight and probably tomorrow night. So yeah, I've been doing this about 4 times a week, 3 or 4 times a week since I've been here, and I've found that I've been able to do way more training than what I would normally do, and more intensity, and the numbers are looking a lot better, specifically on the bike, the run, the swim's even getting a lot better as well. So it's all having its part to play, and I'm really noticing the gains from it. Alright guys, so that's a wrap on the training. You've seen what we did on the track session, you've seen the recovery, what we did afterwards. Had some food, got some nice little snack of fruit there as well, and some awesome chocolate brownies from Explore the Palate. I was waiting for my coffee, but I couldn't help myself, and had to have a sneaky bite of one, and that is probably one of the best chocolate brownies I've had. Lovely and gooey. If you're in Dubai, check them out. I'm going to put the link to the website in the description of the video below, so have a look and see what you think. They do some awesome food. But back to the training, went really well, hit all the times I was hoping for. I would say that it was probably harder to hit the paces than what I thought it might be, but that's just because of the heat. But in the past, what I found is that even if it's hot and humid and it's harder to hit the paces, it translates well that when you do it in like cooler conditions, you get that fitness, and then you run a lot faster than what you might have expected to. So it's all good. Doesn't really matter, you know, what the pace is. It's all about putting the effort in. But managed to progress the reps quite well. So started off at like 5:16, 5:17 pace, and then got down to a 5:06 for the last one, which is not bad. So really pleased with it. Got a swim coming up later today, and then that's a wrap. That's a Saturday for me. And then tomorrow we've got a long ride and a long run. So training never stops, you know, it's relentless out here, but getting fitter all the time, and building to Texas. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought of the facilities at NAS.